So the implicit idea of the male gaze is that there is a power dynamic that you cannot play with because it's true. So you have to understand, if I'm saying there's such a thing as the male gaze, I am supporting sexism. Do you get that? If I'm saying there's such a thing as a gaze having power over me, a gaze objectifying me, objectifying means freeze in a static way according to one's desire or projection. So if I'm saying that gaze has the power to do anything over here, then I'm complicit in the idea that there is what is the word? A power differential. I'm complicit in that. And then not only am I complicit, I agree to it. And when I agree to it, I give it power. And when I give it power, that makes it so. And now the gazer and I are inadvertently in a game of sexism that has affirmed that women are inferior and can be objectified. But here's the thing, because in that moment you want to do something. Why? Because you're aroused. And we just haven't learned how to work with arousal. All of these things are going to be arousal based. Arousal will come and you'll see somebody will want to employ control in some way. So the trick, though, is that you just simply cannot take the bait. You can't, it's called give second terminal to. You look at the stove and you see something that's red, you think it's hot, and you touch it. And because you're certain it's hot, but you aren't sure, then you touch it, now you have second terminal, okay? So I'm feeling insecure, like, I don't know, the world is going into fascism. And then, and then somebody comes over and says, not only that, but I saw an article that, okay? That's called second terminal. You give second terminal, that's called giving reality to something. It is dark magic. Those are the dark arts where you give reality to something rather than keep it in its open dynamic state where all things exist and where all things are naturally equal. So all of the things that we're doing for equality condition inequality. They make inequality so. But you're like, no, man, I'm hurt. Men don't listen to me. Michael doesn't listen to me. I'm hurt. Okay. So when people are hurt, this is when they're vulnerable and when they're likely to make reality, when they're likely to put their own shackles on. Every time you've ever made a deal that puts your handcuffs on or your chains on is because your feelings were hurt and you looked for a quick fix trying to feel better than it reason.